Ed Oliver be like Oliver Twist being like, please, sir, may I have some more sacks? Might be the worst joke I've ever told. I'm so sorry. Grossi Posse Packer Nation. Welcome to another episode of Podcast, the podcast where you're going to be a Packers fan. But it sure does help. I'm your host, Tom Grossi, and today, as we continue to look at the draft prospects, on somebody who's probably at the top of just about everybody's draft list, and that is good old defensive tackle Ed freaking frackin' Oliver. The middle name was his grandmother's. But before we get into that, you have 6 days, 6 more days to pick up some Packcast merch. You can get a hoodie, you can get a t-shirt, a jersey tee, a long sleeve tee, a woman's cut tee. I'm not judging. In a variety of colors representing your team. Thank you for all those who purchased. Love you. Check out bonfire.com/Packcast. Also a big shout out and thank you to my Patreons at patreon.com/TomGrossiComedy. Check it out for some cool rewards. All right. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Now, some of you may be asking, on our defense, did they send me daughters when I asked for sons? I'm done with the Mulan jokes now, I promise. Anyway, Ed Oliver, a guy that I think every single Packer fan out there would love to have. And I even got some questions on the TJ Hawkinson video that I released yesterday saying, hey, Tom, what if Ed Oliver's still on the board? You still want Hawkinson? And I would say no, because you should pick Ed Oliver, because holy crap, that man can play football real well. And you could always potentially, hopefully, pick up Hawkinson at number 30. But let's go down the line here and look at his illustrious career. As a freshman, a wee little lad, a man just walking in, eyes wide, looking at the world, played 12 games, had 46 solo tackles, 22 for a loss, and 5 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. Yeah, holy freaking fracking crap, Batman. 2017, he's like, another one. Played 12 games, had 47 solo tackles, 16 and a half tackles for a loss, 5 and a half sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. Oh, can I get a third? Kind of, because he hurt his knee, but still, in 8 games, had 29 solo tackles, 14 and a half tackles for a loss, 3 sacks, and 1 forced fumble. Holy mother flippin' flapping goodness, he's good. Now, obviously, he's skipping his senior year because he's like, I'm going to go play foosball, even though his mom was like, foosball's for the devil. And he's like, no, mama, I'm going to go be a big star. Now, what makes this amazing is that he's still able to get to the quarterback, even though he's an inside rusher. The guy's a defensive tackle, right? He is phenomenal in run defense. He's constantly disrupting plays. He's constantly getting to the quarterback, even if it's not for sacks, it's just for pressures. And the guy's even taking down double teams. So, yeah, phenomenal in every sense of the word as a defensive tackle. Now, concerns. The concerns, or the biggest concern that I have seen, is his weight. That's been like the major thing that I've taken a look at, taken some ganders at. Because right now, he's 275 pounds. And for comparison, Mike Daniels, like heavy, is at 310. Kenny Clark's at 314. So the man's got to put on some weight. He's got to be at least a C cup. Now, here's the thing. If he doesn't put on the weight, we could still use him, obviously, potentially shift him over to inside linebacker, which is also a position of need. But the fact that we could get this guy at number 12 would, first of all, be amazing. And I would say, yes, scoop him up like Rafiki in The Lion King, and you display him to the entire world. But most likely, he's going to be gone by the time we wind up picking, which is going to be sad. Who knows? Maybe we'll trade up for him. but especially why it makes sense for the Green Bay Packers. It would also, along with Kenny Clark, right, it would keep the line young, which is always a good thing. Muhammad Wilkerson, they're talking about potentially bringing him back for another year, but even if they do, who knows what kind of productivity we're going to get out of him. In addition, good old Mike Daniels, who we brought up earlier, is in his final year of the contract, is going to be 31 years old, and is a $10.7 million cap hit this year. So I don't know if we're going to re-sign him, maybe to a short-term deal, but 31 is starting to get long in the tooth, as my grandpappy would say, for those defensive tackles. My grandpappy never said that. And just in case you were worried about some combine things, he did 32 reps, and he has a 36 vertical. So that's pretty freaking fracking awesome. So why he makes sense for the Packers is because you can never, ever, ever have enough good defenders. And this guy seems like an elite talent. Wherever we wind up putting him, at 21 years old, he could go either as a defensive tackle and keep playing. My big concern with him, if we're talking about weight, is some of these offensive linemen are going to be able to push him around. Obviously, the ones in college aren't as big and meaty as some of the guys that you're going to see in the NFL, which concerns me a little bit. But on top of that, the guy shows that he has great instincts, and, if he can move to inside linebacker, hell's to the yes. Obviously, clogging up them runs, especially after Jake Ryan went bye-bye over to Jacksonville. We could definitely use another inside linebacker. And so if we're able to pivot and use him at either position, I think it's a home run either way. So I think if Ed Oliver is on the board at 12, you need to take him. You have to take him if you're the Packers. Again, I would be really surprised if he's still there at 12. I wouldn't be surprised if even the Bengals before us wind up snatching him up. Who knows? Even the Lions could, but they might go for Devin White. But we'll see. I mean, because you can't go wrong with a guy like Ed Oliver on your team. So all that being said, yes to the Packers, no to the other teams. Please don't steal him. This is the only time I'm going to ask nicely. And after that, going to have to start having some tone in my voice. But you could see... But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you think Ed Oliver is our guy? Do you think that we should go defensive tackle, even though that's not entirely an issue of need? I would be on the fence of, or on the side of, hey, listen, you can't have too many good run defenders, especially since we don't know what's going to happen with Wilkerson, and obviously if Mike Daniels winds up leaving next year, we need some run stoppers, and this guy, he fills that need real well. And we were talking about the need for inside linebackers on the top 5 draft needs for the Packers. And, if he's not playing at defensive tackle, there you go. Done. Let me know what you think. You can always find me at TomGrossiComedy.com, TomGrossi Comedy, at TomGrossi Comedy, at the Twitters and the social medias and the Instagrams and the Patreons and all that great stuff. Again, pick up some merch, bonfire.com/Packcast, and check out Packcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, and of course here on the YouTubes. Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow we'll be back with another draft prospect, looking at good old Brian Burns. But thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. And as always, go Pack Go.